ASMR Halloween Poetry by Maida. I am reading out of my 3 poetry books. The link is below. The first one is called Hail to the Wolf Moon. Praying to the gods, howling at the moon. You try to look away as his bones crack. Hair rises up from his back. His teeth are out, and he is on the prowl, running with wolves, watching and waiting to devour in the wolf moon hour. My next poem is called Conjured Up a Lover. I conjured up a lover from the graves of lovers past. He crawled up out of his tomb with all the same old wounds. So I buried back my lover and put him back in his grave. He never did know how to behave. My next poem is called The Ghost of You. Now that you are gone, all that is left is a ghost of you. Sometimes I still hear your voice lingering in my head, saying awful things that you always said. And whenever nighttime comes, that's when I fear the ghost of you. It's when I remember the most of you. I didn't want to see the real you. I just saw a ghost of you from a distorted view. I wanted to believe the best in you. And now that you are gone, you are still haunting me in my head, even though our relationship is dead. You will be gone from my memory someday, but now I silently suffer from behind a smile, and no one sees the strain or the pain that makes me feel like I'm bleeding inside. So for now, I am still haunted by the ghost of you. Nothing left but the ghost of you. My next poem is called The Corpse Behind the Door. The corpse behind the door. Graves without names. Secret words and scriptures. Hidden oils and tinctures. Wrapped in cloth. Lost knowledge from Thoth. Ancient ceremonies, dances and potions, aromatherapy and lotions, pyramids facing the stars, a universal language hidden in the cards, resurrected from remains, never to mention their real name. A land before time that now only exists in your mind. My next poem is called Beyond the Grave. Life exists beyond the grave. I just remembered the day I was saved. They slowly dropped me into the earth. When I woke up, I was surrounded by dirt. He said my heart stopped. I don't even remember if I was hurt. We never talked about it after that day. I just smiled and acted like everything was okay. I buried it deep into my soul until memories started flooding back out of control. People treat me like a ghost. That's okay. I'm surprised I'm even here. Sometimes I don't feel real. Spirit resuscitated me from the dead. I blacked out. I didn't see the light. Pushed down on my chest, gave me some air on my final breath. My next poem is called Talking to the Dead. Those who are dead visit me in dreams, mainly family members, reminding me that life is more than it seems. The first one to arrive was my grandfather, Papi Joe, comforting me, telling me it was his time to go. In my dreams, he keeps saying he's okay and that he's not dead. We were in a car every time in my dreams. I swear I sensed his presence at times, especially when I gave birth to my first child. It gives me so much comfort to see him in my dreams, but then I wake up feeling ripped at the seams. I did not have the chance to say goodbye to him in my dreams. I can tell him how much I miss him and how much that I care. Since then, there has been others. Last night, I dreamt of my ex's grandmother, Dee. She was a lot like me. We were at a Gatsby party, wearing dresses that shimmered in gold. She was helping me with issues as we sat at a table. She was always like family to me. I feel now she watches over his family and me. My last poem is called The Monster Hiding in a Tomb. This uncharted haze that left me ablaze, trying to put out fires from the past, burning down the eggshells that I used to walk on. Angry words said, shots to the head, made all memories dead. Rotting corpses in a tomb, rancid flowers beneath the trees, the smell of graveyard dirt in the breeze, eerie sounds of silence and buried pain and fright that used to haunt me late at night. The loveless glare that I have, the energy vampire that tried to feed off of you. I tried to run away when you were angry and avoid your drunken rage. You chased me down, kicked in the doors. Who could love a monster hiding in a tomb? I wrote a story of forgiveness, but that was for me. I forgive myself so I can be free. It's time to seal up that angry monster back in his tomb. I don't have any love for you. Who could love a monster in a tomb? That was the end of my poetry readings. I put the links below where I got the poetry from. It was my books. Thank you for listening.